Hi everyone. So this is my advent of code repository done in OCaml. I have gone ahead to solve most of the solutions there, as you can see. What I did was I created a day template to help me in recreating each day, so I don't have to waste my time. I have my docs folder, my input folder that has all my downloaded input and the answers which I submit to the platform. So my plan in this video is to show you how you can just remain in your VS Code while solving the algorithm challenge from the website on your VS Code without switching context. So this is the day 14 challenge. I have gone ahead to submit part 1. So I'll show you how you can submit part 2 now using only VS Code and the terminal. All of them is enclosed in my make file. So let me show you how I'll do it. You can see that day 14 is not here. I've deleted it, so we'll recreate it and I'll show you how to get around it. So so you can see the list of commands in my make file. You can see we have all these commands, and what we need to make day 14 is new day. So we'll go ahead and type new day. Then we are day 14. So now I've gone ahead to create day 14. You can see it here. So now what we need to do is we'll now copy the file. This is a template showing you the exact day, restroom readout, the test file, the Dune file, and the Dune project. So what I need to do is I'll just paste in my completed solution for day 14 from my notepad over here. At the same time, I'll paste in my tests. So now the next command we need to do is to see if our solution can compile properly and get the correct answer. So what we'll do is we'll run downloads first to download the input file for day 14 before we can actually use the input file to test with the functions in our day 14 code. But before that, let's test it so we can see that it's actually working. So to test the code using the test suite, we'll use make test and day 14. So make test -14, and we pass all the tests. So now let's go ahead and make download for day 14. Make download day equals to 14. Also note that the day is meant to be in all caps, not in lowercase. It's case sensitive. Day 14. So we have downloaded our day 14 text file into the input folder. You can see it here, day 14. So now let's go ahead and run current. Current day is day 14, as you can see. So it's now with the input download, and that's what's going to happen. So make run current. It will try and re-download the file if it was not downloaded before, but since you have it, it's going to skip it. You see it in the echo. Oh, I misspelled download. Again. Sorry guys. Okay, now you can see I've run my code part 1 and part 2. So this won't happen in real advent of code sense because you have to solve part 1 before you solve part 2 function. So in that case, 1 wouldn't have this part 2 function already solved here. In an ideal case, if you have only solved part 1 already, but I went ahead and pasted my full solution, so that is why I have part 1 and part 2 already solved. So you can see that these are my answers. Part 1 is this, part 2 is this, from my own unique input sets. So let's now go ahead and try and submit part 2. submit part 1 and part 2, but since you recall from my website I had submitted part 1 already, it's going to tell me that it's already completed. So let's go ahead and do that. Make help to see the exact command we need to use. What we need to use is this. We need to use make submit day xx part p. So we are submitting day 14 part 1. As you can see, part 1 is already submitted. We verify from here. Then for part 2, let's try and submit part 2 and see. You can see it. So our answer part 2, as you see, it is submitted. It was saved to my answer file. Here is my answer file here. So you can see submit day 14, start as correct. It shows you is correct. Because if you go back here, it hasn't shown on my website yet until I refresh. So once I refresh, you'll see possible input is correct. So that is how you are able to automatically download your input file from Advent of Code and submit it. What makes all this possible is my env token, which I got from the cookie storage. So if you can input your own env token here, you can now always download your input file and submit it from your VS Code. Also, there's one more command I'd like to show you guys. You can run submit like this with hands free. So if I were to do this day 14, if I were to do this, it already checked the status of day 14 using my env token so that they were both submitted and they were completed, so you didn't have to submit again. But if I had not submitted it already, it would automatically submit by itself without me doing anything. Submit part 1 and submit part 2 by itself. Thank you. Kindly like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.